Breaking news, fire crews on the scene of a house fire just west of downtown. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen has been on the scene throughout the morning. It looked like at first that this place was vacant, but then you found out from the investigators that's not the case, Alexandra.
That's right. I see the first firefighter I talked to said the home was abandoned, and you could see the windows were boarded up, and it didn't appear that anyone lived here. However, neighbors approached firefighters minutes later, and they said they believe that squatters were staying here. And now that fire investigators have been able to go inside the home, they were able to find a couple burnt mattresses, some clothing items, and a few beer cans, which goes along with what those neighbors were saying. These squatters probably were cold this morning, lit a small fire to stay warm, and somehow it caught a mattress and everything erupted. Firefighters, though, they had this thing under control in about 30 minutes. They climbed up on the roof of the home. They cut holes in the top of it so that the smoke could escape here in Clifton Avenue. Several people who were on their way to work actually called 911 to report the smoke. I could see it on my way to the fire from downtown Nashville on Charlotte as well. And again, back out here at the scene, fire crews are getting ready to wrap up. There's no more flames. There's no more smoke. However, arson and fire investigators are working on their report. Reporting live in Nashville, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
All right, Alexandra, thank you. And we've got more breaking news. Now, a man is on the run after a home invasion and a shooting in Antioch. News Channel 5's Sophie Nielsen-Colding joins us live from Vanderbilt University Medical Center. And Sophie, that's where one of the victims was taken after this incident, right?
Right, police say this all started out as a robbery and ended with one of the victims here in the hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg. Luckily, police say that he's going to be okay. This started around 10:30 last night at a home in Antioch. The victims said they were inside the home playing video games when a man wearing a mask walked inside. He was dressed in all black. The victim said he stole some cash and then took off running, but not before shooting that one victim in the leg. Police are now looking for that gunman, trying to figure out who he is, which way he might have gone. They don't have a good physical description of him because his face was all covered up. As for those victims, one was shot in the leg. He's in the hospital right now. The other, though, has been arrested on an outstanding warrant for an unrelated crime. Police tell me this other victim who's at the hospital will be arrested as soon as he's let out, for an outstanding warrant on another crime. So police are sending these two victims to jail for other crimes, but they are still looking for the gunman in last night's home invasion. Live in Nashville, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Sophie, thanks so much. And more breaking news we're watching for you this morning, getting our first look at the gunman who robbed a loan store in Springfield. Smoky Bar News posting this surveillance video overnight. It's from the check-in cash on Memorial Boulevard. The clerk telling police that the robber walked in calmly around 5 p.m. and then politely asked for all the cash in the drawer. Okay, a polite robber. If you know anything about him or if it looks familiar at all, contact the Springfield Crime Stoppers number 615-382-3799. Police have arrested a second person wanted for a double homicide in North Nashville on Thanksgiving weekend, and detectives say that guy has a long rap sheet. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy pulled the papers this morning. He's at the Nashville Police Precinct up in North Nashville, and this guy's been awfully busy, it sounds like.
Yeah, in fact, detectives say he's shot as many as 7 people since August. This morning, though, Michael Woods is in jail. They picked him up last night, and he is charged with several things, including 2 counts of criminal homicide. He was arrested along with Stephen Robinson, his co-defendant you see on the right of the screen, both charged in this double homicide. Robinson was already arrested last week. Detectives say that duo shot 3 people outside a home on St. Louis Street back on Thanksgiving weekend. 2 people were killed, a third person seriously injured, and police say both Woods and Robinson are also under investigation for another murder. Get this, outside that same exact home on St. Louis Street in October. And they say the duo is also connected to another shooting just several days before that sent a man to the hospital. And we're not done yet. Woods also charged with shooting 3 different people back in August. You're looking at video from that shooting in which a construction worker was shot while he was working on a house. So I know you're asking, why wasn't this guy in jail? Well, police tried to pick him up on warrants back in mid-November, but he managed to escape. That happened just 10 days before that double homicide. Reporting live this morning from North Nashville, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thanks for the update on that. 3 people accused in a deadly attempted robbery in downtown Nashville that really rocked the tourism industry. They'll all be in court today. Andy Nunez, Danielle Cruz, and Joseph Santillan are all charged with first-degree murder. There are the pictures. They're accused of shooting and killing Teddy Grasset as he was walking outside of the Country Music Hall of Fame along 4th Avenue back in September. And there's the surveillance video. The suspects in that car pulling up, getting out, attempting to rob a California tourist. All three pleaded not guilty. That hearing starts at 9 this morning. We'll be in the courtroom. You can download the News Channel 5 app for the latest updates on that case. And check this surveillance video out. Here it is. There he takes the donation jar right there. Let's get a close shot. There's the donation jar, and there it goes. The thief that was wanted for stealing thousands of dollars in that donation jar is now behind bars. Dash cam video showing the final dramatic police chase when they caught Aaron Gooch yesterday after getting past officers in 3 different counties on other different chases. Gooch rammed a Dixon police cruiser and tried to slam into another one while getting away. He and his girlfriend, Courtney White, have both been arrested. Big news yesterday. You may have heard this. 2 juveniles are now charged with starting the largest wildfire to hit Tennessee in 100 years. They're both currently being held in the Sevier County Juvenile Detention Center. The inferno damaged or destroyed hundreds of homes in and around Gatlinburg. 14 people lost their lives. Those juveniles stand accused of aggravated arson. Since they're juveniles, they really couldn't give a lot of information yesterday. No word on how they started the fire, why they may have started the fire, or even what their ages are. Next week, Dolly Parton will be hosting a 3-hour live telethon here in Nashville, benefiting her My People Foundation. The event, of course, featuring many of Dolly's friends, including Reba McEntire, Kenny Rogers, Alison Krauss, and several others. All of the money going to help the folks who were hit so hard by those wildfires. You can watch that telethon live online on NewsChannel5.com and right here on News Channel 5 Plus. Again, it's going to be next Tuesday night, a big, big deal.